Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome back. Today, I wanted to talk to you about emotions and the importance of them. Today, we don't really put too much emphasis on the little things, on the parts of self that really should, in fact, have the most importance. And our emotions are a big part of that. They make up so much of us, of who we are, how we live our everyday life, how we function in the world or don't function in the world, either way. They guide us. Our emotions are a guiding system for us. And when we're not aware of that, a lot of times it's easy to catch ourselves in cycles of repetitive patterns, behaviors, issues within our body. And eventually that all just takes a toll and it leads us to a really dark place inside. I know that, growing up, there wasn't a lot of, emotional emphasis within my family structure anyway. It wasn't, you know, we were always told to push through. We were always told to, just get up and get through the day, to muscle through things. It wasn't, there wasn't so much of an acknowledgement of what was going on. I'm sorry, I'm getting a phone call at the same time, so it was distracting me. Anyway, so yeah, one thing that I've found along my journey is just the extreme importance of our emotions and the way that our emotions help to shape and create our reality. So a lot of people have heard of, like the law of attraction and manifestation, and even in religious structures they teach, that Jesus was teaching to be in tune with our emotions, to feel as if the things that we want are already there, are already ours. That's vicariously he was teaching us about manifestation in those moments. Our emotions directly affect what we face day in and day out. Okay. So if you're in a state of constantly feeling stressed and worried and anxious or mad, bitter, resentful, envious, jealousy over others, you're going to attract more reasons to feel that way every day of your life. Your emotions are so crucial. Now, I'm not saying not to feel those lower vibrational emotions. That's not it at all. Matter of fact, I encourage you to sit in those feelings. Ask yourself, why are you feeling like this? What is it that has you stuck? What is it that is making you envious or bitter or angry? And don't just point a finger at somebody else, for God's sake. Don't do that. Take the time to really go within yourself. Stop for a minute, put down the distractions, and literally ask, what is it that has me so angry in this moment? Is it an ongoing cycle of things that have been perpetrating in your life repetitively? And it's got you to a point where you're at a breaking point and every little thing is pissing you off? Does survival mode have a play in this? Are you living in a state of survival? Because that definitely will heighten those emotions. And I've posted a video in regards to survival mode and different ways to tell if you may be living in that state, and a few tips of how to get out of it. So check that video out too. When you feel a certain way, when you're not living from your divine, honest truth, which is love, we are all love-based beings. When you're not centered in that, and the world is coming at you in so many different ways, and you're reacting to them, then that only is going to amplify more of that to come into your reality. Your emotions play a major, major role in your manifestation of your day-to-day life. In Chinese medicine, their culture has basically broken it down to show what emotions correlate with what areas of the body. So your body will also speak to you when you've been harboring or carrying emotional states for too long. Your body will also react to that. And I've found a lot of truth in this myself on a very personal level. Now, let me just disclosure. By all means, if you're having health concerns, seek out a professional. Go to a doctor. What I'm sharing with you is wisdom from another culture that can also be clues to you of issues you need to face within yourself. So I've wrote a few of them down because there is so many to remember. And I really highly recommend, if you're having health concerns, to look into that avenue as well. You know, Chinese medicine is a beautiful, beautiful thing that is my honest to God opinion, you know, this world has been gifted with it. So check it out for yourself, of course, and absolutely seek, you know, medical assistance here if you're having severe issues. But according to Chinese medicine, anger is stored in the liver. It can create malfunctions or imbalances within the liver. Happiness is, and love, obviously a heart-based thing. Thoughtfulness is the heart and the spleen. Sadness is in your heart and your lungs. Fear affects the kidneys, heart, liver, and the gallbladder. I'm going to stop there for just a moment. Now, several years back, I was living a lot of my life from a very fear state. I shared my Kundalini awakening story, and things that were happening around me I didn't understand and didn't know how to perceive them, and it just basically imploded into fear, to the point that I was going to doctors. You know, they were not really finding anything wrong, you know, that was obvious, but I was having a lot of health concerns, and ultimately it ended up resulting in my gallbladder being removed, which I thought later along my journey was kind of ironic, the level of fear that I was living from, and it correlates with the gallbladder, and I eventually had to have that removed. Surprise is your heart and also your gallbladder. Anxiety affects your heart and your lungs. Joy is from a place of your heart. Grief is held and affects your lungs. And worry, your spleen. Now, there are so many other emotions and parts of the body, and that's why I recommend, you know, whatever it is that's going on with you, Do your own research. That's all I'm saying is do your own research. Do your own due diligence because you deserve that. You deserve to take that time and effort and focus and energy as much as you spend it on everything else in this world, whether it's other people, whether it's a job, whether, no matter what it is, put some of that time in on yourself because you deserve that. You're worthy of that, So basically, to sum it up, your emotions play a crucial key in your life, in what you go through on a day-to-day basis, what you're manifesting in your reality, your physical body. Your emotions are such an important part of you. And they deserve your attention just as much as any other aspect of self or other. Your emotions deserve that time. Now, that doesn't mean that if you're going through some things and you're having sadness or grief or anger, any of those, those type of emotions, I'm not at all suggesting to try to suppress it or deny those feelings. That's the worst thing that you can do. Even if it's something that you don't necessarily like about yourself or that you don't necessarily want to accept about self, acceptance of those feelings within you and expressing them. That doesn't mean if you're angry, go out and beat somebody up. That doesn't mean if you're in fear to go run and hide under a rock in the middle of the woods and never, have anything to do with anybody again. I'm not saying that, but find yourself a comfortable place and really allow yourself to express those emotions. Now, when I first started this YouTube channel, I really, really went basic on breaking it down, the steps that I took to sit with myself and my feelings, from acknowledging what was going on to feeling the emotion to the breathing afterwards, so if that's something that can help you as well, go check out those videos. But do your own research. All of us are different. We're each and every one of us beautiful snowflakes of this tapestry of life. And so what works for me may not work perfectly for you. Try it. If it doesn't, find another path or avenue that doesn't hurt yourself first and foremost and doesn't hurt anybody else around you. So really allow yourself to express those emotions. Really allow yourself to feel the feelings that you need to feel to get through them, and then breathe, 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 breathe. That is so absolutely important to breathe. Don't forget that. I know not literally, but I'm saying our breath is a beautiful thing. It is literally so divine and special, every breath that we are given in this life. So don't forget to breathe, Tune in with yourself today. That's what I would like to ask from you. Tune into yourself today. Where are you at emotionally? What are things that are going on in your world or people that are around you that may be affecting you in a way that you need to take notice? It's okay to cut people out for a while until you're able to find your own balance. So tune into yourself today. Where are you at? What state is your being? What emotional wave are you riding right now? And what are the things that you could do to help yourself? I encourage you to look into that. Your emotions are so very special, so very important, and are such a deep aspect of who we are as human beings. So, thank you so much for coming back, for listening, for tuning in. I greatly appreciate your time and your attention because I know how the world is these days. So there's always something to do. So I appreciate you taking the time to listen to me if you've made it this far. If any of this resonated with you, I encourage you to like or subscribe to the channel. I'm going to do my best to start kicking out a few more videos than once a week. So thank you very much. I love you infinitely, so very infinitely. You are beautiful beyond comprehension. And I know that you are just going to kick ass at life in every way possible. So until next time, I love you and be well. Thank you.